Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome to a new Cities Skylines series. Don't worry, this isn't replacing Pine Pass or anything else that I have planned. This is just something I want to try out. It wasn't my idea. This was actually my friend Destin's idea to kind of like a 5B, 1C type thing, if you're familiar with that. But our own take on it. Instead of 5 builders, it's just 2. What we'll be doing is trading this city off. Like after this video, I will upload it so that Destin can do some building, and then he'll upload it, and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Until, you know, we either hate each other for what we've done, or no, that won't happen. Or we get done with the series. I don't know what being done with the series would really look like, but let's see. I need to put a road in somewhere here, like there, I think. Maybe. Yeah, about there. I want to go there. We could go on that note, but I want to go a little farther. Yeah, let's go right here on that. I want to go up, and I want to go 2 past. Yeah, I want to go to there, and then here. This is eventually going to become not this bit, but these roads are going to become collectors. So I want to leave space to be able to accomplish that. So that is, what was that, 600? So 600 over here is right here. But yeah, it's just going to be a fun series where we get to work together to build a city. I've never, ever done anything like this before. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. To be honest, I don't remember how many I went here. 440. So after this video, he'll get the save, or before this video goes live, honestly. He'll get the save, and he'll have an opportunity to have an impact on the city. My goal today is to try to get, hopefully, to about 5,000 residents. That's the hope. I don't know that I'll get there. I'm not 100% sure, but that is definitely my goal. So I'm just trying to go through and get a basic little grid laid out here to get us started, with a couple connections up to the collector there. This is going to be industrial. This is going to be residential and commercial. So this needs to mirror, so down 240. Over to right there, should get a guideline. I did. And then we will just bring this all over. And I'll worry about connecting all of this in a little bit. Oh, I should have. Okay, so that needs to go here. Because I don't want another connection to the collector yet. We will eventually have. Actually, this probably will connect to the collector. Yeah, let's go ahead and connect this. It'll be fine. So I just want to keep an eye on our cash flow here. I don't want to go too nuts, but I also want to have enough area to get started. So we're going to put our water down here, kind of like right here by the highway. That way I can then also run this straight up this way. And that works out really, really well. And then we can follow the collector over that way. Follow the collector over that way. Water pipes are always the expensive part, aren't they? And go to right here. And then do the same up this way. Doing okay on money. And make that connection ding. I love the ding that it makes when water pipes connect. It's very audibly satisfying. Cool. So that will get us water pipes We'll do our waste collection, or wastewater here. Connect that, and that gives us just enough money for power. So I could go ahead and continue out our grid here. Down on this end, we probably won't do... Obviously, we won't do a connection there. We may eventually do some bridges, but they're a little pricey, so I want to avoid them for now. I don't know that I want all of these connections. Well, this isn't going to be a collector here. It may function as one, though. We'll have to be careful with that. Yeah, it may wind up functioning as a collector, so we'll have to keep an eye on traffic. But let's get another section in over here. I just want to get a lot of the money spent. I don't want to spend it all, mainly because I want to be able to hand Destin a good save. He's not brand new to the game, but he is still fairly new. So I don't want to, you know, set him up for failure or anything. I want to be able to give him something good that he can work with. So we are going to go residential here, and then here. I'm leaving a space. My thing lately is to do the paths in between each row of houses, simply because I like that it gives us basically alleys. I mean, essentially, that's what it gives us the opportunity for. And I like that. And then we're going to go ahead and bring in some commercial here. But, you know what? I want to leave a space in all of these. Oops. That way I can bring the path across, should I desire. And we can do bridges across, should I decide that that's a thing that I want to do. Or if Destin decides it's a thing he wants to do. I want to leave options here. I want to leave a lot of available ways to move. I'm really interested, though, in this whole concept, just to see what, you know, another person does with a map that I started. Actually, that's going to wind up getting upgraded, so I'm not going to put that there. I will go here and here, that we'll probably wind up using some eminent domain on those for future expansion. But for now, since we would wind up just losing the buildings, I don't see the point in even putting them in. Honestly, I just don't. So let's leave a spot there, leave a spot here, and then the same thing there. That way, if I want to do like a bridge or something right there, I can. Here, though, we can come all the way through because there's already a road there. And I just want to get this zoned up to where we have water, which is this block right here. We will pretty quickly go into the red on our city budget, but I think it'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. I think what'll happen is we'll get enough of a population, and that will get up to our first milestone of like 400 or 500. It's always around there. I don't know exactly what it is. 480. I think we'll get there pretty quick, and then get a little cash infusion, be able to add on some more water pipes. So let's unpause and see what happens. It's going to take a second. So yeah, immediately we're, you know, in the red, but let's watch for just a minute and see what happens if we go bankrupt, or if we wind up with enough population to bring us out of our deficit. And there we go. We're in the green. I know we're 5,000 in the hole, but that's okay. I did not realize that I zoned where I don't have water in industry. So what we're going to do is just correct that. And boom, we hit our milestone. We have a little bit of cash. We have our first loan. So we need to now bring in these that we've just unlocked, which we're going to have to take a loan for that. But first, before I forget, bump everybody up to 12% because that is the magic number for reasons that I will never understand. So we don't have enough for either one of these things, but we do have a $20,000 loan that will get us on our way. I'm going to say trash collection probably a bit more of a priority right now than getting a school. So that is what I'm going to go with. It's going to barely be enough, but we've got enough zoned that we should get our next milestone pretty quick. Don't just, you know, cease to exist over there. Ready to wear limited. There you go. They're like, no, we want to stay. So we can't really see any details yet, really, to help us make any decisions. Unemployment is the big one that I look at early on, because a lot of times there'll be a call for industry and commercial, but unemployment is really low, so what they really want is residential. But for some reason it doesn't trigger it. There is a bug flying around, so if you hear me constantly smacking my hand at something, I'm sorry, I know that's right by the microphone. I'm trying to kill this bug. There's just some little gnat or something flying around. Now it's inside the windscreen of my microphone. Windscreen, pop filter, whatever you want to call it. Look at that, 700. I want to get this going though. I want to get us in good shape. We should, yeah, be able to afford our first school. We're gonna plop that down right there, and that should start getting some people educated. Oh, it doesn't have water. It's all right. We can afford some water pipes, and luckily that is right there on that road. So now we can come back here, and now we'll be able to use this section maybe once we get a little bit more cash. By the way, you may notice that the city is to be determined. So I'm either gonna let you guys in the comments name the city, or I'll let Destin do it, whichever happens first. So yeah, we're about to hit our next milestone. I want to say it's 1,000, 950. We're 29 people, 5 people away, never mind, 2 people away, done. So that gets us emergency services, police, and those are the main things that we need to add. Now, the thing about having these guys way over here, we're going to need to double up on some of our services. It's just kind of the nature of what we're dealing with. We also have a second loan. And you take the loans. Take the loans. So many people avoid them. Take the loans. We do need to get fire coverage over here, though, just to make industry happy. Otherwise, they'll never upgrade. They won't. So cool. That gets us to 1,000 people. We've got a big demand for commercial, but we've got commercial zoned, so we just have to kind of let them do their thing there. We can go ahead and add in maybe some more industry first. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. We need to look at garbage collection. So we're going to add in at least one. There we go. Cool. And then our next big thing will be high schools at 1,500. I think we get parks at that point too. We do. So need to be a little careful. We're losing a little bit of money, mainly for these guys, but I'm pretty certain that as we get just a little bit more development, that will all be okay. So I'm going to leave that open because I know there's going to be a playground next to it, and I don't want to wind up just getting rid of houses. So we will come all the way across here, all the way across there. That'll give us a little bit more zoning that we don't really have any need for at the moment, but I'm still going to add it. And then let's do, you know what, I made this mistake last time too. I've already kind of play tested this a little bit, mainly because this is a content creator map. I believe it was called Mountain Plains from the Map Pack 2. The only thing I did was change a little bit here. I didn't like the interchange that was there. Oof, we need power. Oh, you know what, though, we have money for power, so it's okay. Barely. That's going to leave us pretty broke. But kind of need to do it. Water, fine. Power now, fine. Garbage is okay. This is going to get us to 1,500. Give us another little boost of cash. And get us some high schools and some parks. And we should get enough cash to build the high school. Thing is, I think, yeah, we're going to need another elementary as well. And we're going to put one up there. Oh, that popped up as I hit escape to get out of the education menu, so we didn't even get to see it. So we're at Tiny Town, pedestrian areas, landscaping, parks and plazas, and a first bit of foray into policies. So there's our parks, our high schools, our libraries, all kinds of good stuff that opened up with that. I don't think death care came with that, did it? No, not yet. So we don't get death care until 2,600. So we don't have to worry about that. Unfortunately, we do have to worry about getting about $2,000 more into the city budget just to be able to afford our school. And we don't have any loans available to get the elementary school, which is a little frustrating, but it's not too bad because we're not too under capacity. I think the high school is definitely the bigger need at this point. So as soon as we have the cash for that, we're going to plop it down right up here. Getting close. There we go. Got it. And then our next thing I want to get in are some parks, starting with a small playground. Once we get 1,250, we're going to plop that guy right there, which shouldn't take too long. I say that, and then our budget kind of nosedived for a minute. We've got a big demand for commercial again, and I don't really have anywhere to put it at the moment, which is a little frustrating. But I'm thinking that as soon as we can get some of these parks going, we'll start seeing some more upgrades because we'll start boosting land value because we're going to throw in a policy that will help with that. So on its own, our land value isn't too good. You know, it's average. 16 cells per square meter. So we're going to come into our policies, and we're going to go ahead and turn on Parks and Recreation. But I want to be able to see the effects. It does increase land value around parks, so we should see this area kind of bump up a little bit. Yeah, and there we go. I would definitely call that moderate. And then as soon as we have about $4,000, we'll come back here with some tennis courts and basketball courts. Let's see if we can't find a place for some commercial. And I think a good place for some commercial would be over here by industry. Shops, cafes, things like that. That would be available to all of the workers in the industrial area. And that should hopefully take care of some of that demand. Our unemployment is very high, so we need to be careful there. We could go ahead and make this upgrade so I could zone along there. And I think I'm going to spend the money to do it just on this section, because now I can come through with my commercial that I wanted to add there. I don't want to put it in here because that's going to be close to this intersection. So I don't want cars turning in and out of the commercial that's on that. Oh my god, that bug is still flying around. But we should start seeing some upgrades happening. There we go. We've got $4,000. We are out of water though, so I can't really spend that on parks. That is sad. But I think it's more important that, you know, people have drinking water and water to bathe. $4,000 for another eco inland water treatment plant. God, it has such a long name. There we go. And plop that down. I'm not sure if we're going to get to 5,000. We're going about 20 minutes already. There we go. We got some water in. Still a couple weeks left on that before we can take it out again. I did raise taxes, right? I did. Okay. Just expected to have a bit more money than this coming in right now. And then our unemployment is still really sky high. So we're going to go ahead and give them some more industry right here. And then we will do the same on this row. I think this has water. Milestone. Hey, that helped. That gave us some money in the budget. That helped a lot, actually. What was that milestone? I want to pull that back up. 2,600. Airport areas, transport. I don't think this is a milestone where we have to build anything other than the cemetery. We can think about getting childcare and elder care. Yeah, we're not going to do buses yet. So yeah, let's do a cemetery. Once I can, which button it's under, and let's throw that in right back here. Actually, it won't fit there. So yeah, we're gonna throw it like right here where a road will eventually come out. And then while we have the cash, I would like to get some childcare in, and I'd like it to be fairly centrally located. That will cover most of the area we've already built. So I want to get that in so that we're increasing our birth rate as well as having the health benefit for the children's. And then once we get to 22 grand, we will throw in an elder care as well, probably right up by the cemetery, depending on how much coverage that gives us. If it's not good coverage, we'll just put it elsewhere. And we have power problems again. Ooh, man, that's unfortunate because that means we cannot get our elder care facility anytime soon. It's all right. Let's check our next milestone, which is 5,500, which is where I want to get this to hand it off to my buddy Destin. So let us continue out this grid, like 2 more of these this way. So we want to come out, not with the upgrade. We want to go... Dad, do I not have all my snap twos on? I do. I don't know why it's not showing that. And we're going to stop that here. And bring that over, and then bring that over. And then I want to have this again. So 440. And bring that up. Bring that out, and then this is the one that I'm not sure of here. This is the next connection I want to make, is this 600 again, but where would that go back here? That's because this road is that road, so really we're talking just 160. Is what connects it, right? That doesn't seem right. No, it is actually. That is fine because that leaves us with the gap of 2 that we need. So I'm going to bring this all the way up to there. That looks about right. Wasn't quite right, so that's all right. So the word right a lot just then. There we go. Got that in. This is where our collector will come through here, and then that'll be connected back there. Ooh, but I don't want to connect it here because that'll be too close to an intersection. So maybe we'll just have the connections in the rear back there. Yeah, I think that's going to be what happens. So I want this to come to here. That is not the right one. Okay, so I just got to eyeball this. There. Yeah, that leaves me with my 2. Cool. And here I want to come over just 400, and then this should be 440. I don't know why I didn't remember that and just did it the easy way a minute ago, but whatever. And then here, these all go back because this will be a collector, this will be a collector, but not that. So that gets us some good area there. We do have a huge demand for residential right now. So let's finish the road network. Get some water pipes in. Bring that all the way across to there. And all the way down to the collector here. And then get this one in. and that one. And then how are we doing on unemployment? We're fine, 2%. So let us get our second elementary school if we can. Do we have a loan available yet? We don't, but what we can do is pay this one and then take it out. And wind up with a little bit of extra cash. Kind of cheesing the system, I know. But it works. We still don't have our parks by our high school, though. Oh, man. We've got the money for it. Let's do it. Knocking down some houses. Look, you get a tennis court and a basketball court in exchange for your house. We're also going to dezone that. We still don't have our elder care either, and we want to get that in. So I'm going to leave a spot for that. I just don't know where exactly yet that's going to go. Probably right here, and we'll just leave that whole area unzoned. So that'll work there. Now we want to come in with commercial to meet that demand, and that will fill that up right there. Same right here. And that gets us our second elementary, but we're still really close on education. Man, that's surprising. But let's get our city up to 5,500, shall we? I think this will do it by just filling in a lot of this. And I think we'll be in a good spot where we've got at least a solid city budget with 5,500 residents, I'm hoping. And give us that, just be in a good position for everything that we need for the future. I'm going to leave that as just a campus. We may move some of that over, in fact. I like leaving some space around the schools. I think it looks nice. And then we'll bring that to there, that to there. And as tempting as it is to upgrade that road to get some more commercial, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait because I want to get the elder care in because I think it will have a bigger impact on overall services that we're providing, and therefore will cause more upgrades to happen. Speaking of levels, we're at level 1 over here, educate more citizens. We're working on it. And we've got a few level 3 homes, mostly level 1, some level 2. About close to 50-50 on commercial. And of course we don't have any offices just yet. So let's watch this area that we've just zoned grow in and address any needs that pop up. But first, let's get... Well, I said I was going to leave this unzoned, and then I didn't do it. Sorry about your house. We want to get our elder care in, and that gets us beautiful coverage. So it'll just kind of sit here on its own. It will have some commercial behind it, or maybe it won't. Maybe I'll just do like some paths and things back that way. So now I just kind of want to take a look. Power, decent. Water, decent. Garbage, terrible. But we don't have any loans available. So let's see if we can't get to 19,000. I know I was about to let this run for a second. But I'd like to get any needs that we have met. That might get us to garbage. What might also help with the garbage is coming here and doing that. Also going to turn on recreational use. And then we're going to throw on recycling plastic. Recreational use only. Increased police budget, reduces crime, gives us a little bit more tourism, and slightly better taxes. But this, less accumulation, reduces taxes. These two kind of offset each other on that. And then this one made our recycling centers more effective. So if we go in and look, we now are a little bit above on that. So let's see if this gets us to 5,500 or if we need to do a little bit more. And you know what? It looks like our residential development is slowing, and I noticed we have a big demand for office or for industry and commercial. I could add some. Our unemployment is starting to creep up a little bit, and that will slow down how many citizens move in. So let's just go ahead and take care of adding in a little bit more in the way of workplaces. Just keep our grid going. The whole idea of, a battery. I'm sure you've heard that reference in the Cities Skylines before. Just a nice, easy to manage area. Doesn't require a lot of thought, originality, any of that. This should really spur a lot of residential development. Oh, I didn't leave room for my path. Don't know that there'll be a path there, but and then let's not go all the way out against the highway. Let's just go right there. And now we're basically 700 people away. We've got a lot zoned, but I don't know that that's going to be enough for 700. And I know that we're going to get a bit of a bump in residential demand. So let's just do one more block here. Run that down to here, right? Yes. Because out there is my collector. And I'm thinking that collector will probably make a bridge across the river. Same down here with the collector. Because we don't have a way, unless we replace this interchange, which we can, to really get in there. So we've got a couple people here complaining about the lack of water. I think that's just because we haven't brought it down this collector. Or no, we're just low on water. Okay, that's fair. I can deal with that. We've got 30 grand in the bank. Not an issue. Which means sewage is about the same. So we will get that in there. We're at 5,200 just about. So I will drop that right there. That should take care of that. Power, also a concern. So let's throw in another power station right here. And that should get us through. I think we're not quite at geothermal yet, which is what I really like to use. Let's take a look at our unemployment. It's still up there. That's surprising. We can fit a little bit in behind our power facilities here, simply because we're not going to be able to get another row of any power production in there. And hopefully that will take care of us. All of the residential we had zoned is full, so we will do this, and this will get us there. This will absolutely get us another 120 people without any problem. And there we are, quickly to Busy Town, which gives us a few more policies that one, maybe two, that I want to enact, but nothing that we really need to do. We have larger capacity buildings. We can start using geothermal power, which is what I would prefer. But what we've got is a city that has an okay surplus of power, an okay surplus of water. Struggling a bit on garbage, so let's get that fixed. I don't want to leave this. I want everything to be in really good shape when I hand this off to Destin. So let's get in one more elementary school, maybe back here in this corner before too much develops. And of course we will give them a park as well, that playground. And then high school, about the same situation, so we will get one of those in back, I guess back here, and we'll wind up losing just a few homes in the process. I am going to just de-zone that so we can make a nice little campus here. I think we'll leave that one alone. And then we've got room for our second one. What was this? Basketball. So we need the tennis court, which is this one. Cool. Not the best park coverage, but we do have some area here where a park could go once this road gets upgraded. Which we do need to think about upgrading roads because, traffic's kind of crazy at the moment on these dirt roads, but that's fine. It's helped us save a little bit of money and helped us get a good start on, what was it, Busy Town? Busy Town. In fact, we may even see ourselves getting up to Big Town without zoning anything as these buildings upgrade. Because we are starting to see more level 3s. So it might happen. It very well could happen all on its own. But I think we've reached a good milestone here. And I think we've done good work. And Destin, you can take it from here. Which we will have time lapses of his builds because he doesn't have a... He can record, but he can't do the narration and all that together. So what we'll do is just take his footage. I'm going to ask him to keep 30 to 45 minutes. We'll compress it all down, make it go really fast. I'll have him send me a few notes for things he would like to tell you about what he's done. And then I'll pick up the build from there. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And what we might do is do like, maybe I do 2 videos and then hand it off to him. And then at the start of the next video, about half of it's his time lapse. The other half's me building it, and the video me building, just so it's... Otherwise, every video would be half of just... I would only get half the time to build, and that would suck for me. I am leaving him with a bit of unemployment, though, so he has something to work on. But that's going to do it. Oh, hello. We're just at the edge of the map watching people get their cars. Kind of ruins the immersion a little bit. But hey, you know what? We're there, and we'll roll with it. And until next time, I'm Brandon. That's much better. Reminding you to stay vainglorious.